Mark 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. Cook able to escape and finally taken down at the 44-yard line. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes. It and goes with abandon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll run with Madison. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Yeah, let's get set.
third down. Cousins. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings 7, 49ers nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. What do you need? Black.
Pick it up, D.
Six.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 43. Deuce.
Black.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 37 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cousins, complete. It's Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down.
Good route here.
56. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 56.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
You can't stop me.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, no, easy.
56. Mike, 56.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch it before. And come on out here. Come get some.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Can't. Hey, Orbit.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ahkello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Game situation. Let's go. 56 to Mike.
To throw, Cousins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Jahan!
54. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Cousins on first down. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Right.
Jahan!
54 Mike. Coming to you.
Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down, and Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check.
This is Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go. Go.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep down, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a run with Cook. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Wall, get wall. Bang, bang, bang. 80 weapons. Bang, bang.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
54 Mike. Watch the run. Black. Hey, Alpha.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
180!
54. Here we go,
Cousins again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
Here we go.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go. Lock!
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Mike.
Watch
the run.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Jahan, 180!
54 Mike. Tackles.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
I'm coming after you.
On second down, this is Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Third and goal for Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Vikings 31, 49ers 7. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Here we go.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.